Hey there folks, and welcome to this video, and this one's going to be about Formula E. The Berlin ePrix, the first one and the first race of it, is currently underway. And what I want to talk about is just before the race, when they were doing a moment of silence and recognition. And they were doing that for several reasons. Several things affecting the world at the moment, climate change, the ongoing pandemic, and racism. They were also remembering one of their team who passed away recently. And during this, there were 3 drivers, I believe, that took the knee. It was the 2 Mercedes drivers of Nyck de Vries and Stoffel Vandoorne, and then Vergne. I believe it was these 3. There wasn't really much of an emphasis on it. I was wondering if drivers were going to, but Mercedes' crews also did, as well as their 2 drivers. And the question that I have to raise now is, should Formula E do its own anti-racism display? Now, they already have their own message called Positively Charged, and I'll read it out to you. We're back, and we want to come back better. United not just in our passion to deliver edge-of-seat racing, but in our commitment to deliver a better future through racing. Cleaner air in our cities by accelerated development and adoption of electric vehicles. Safer, more inclusive environments for at-risk children through our partnership with UNICEF in the fight against coronavirus. Greater opportunity in our sport for underrepresented groups through the Positive Futures programme we will launch in Season 7. United against discrimination in any form, by nurturing a culture of inclusivity that embraces diversity in all its forms. We know this is a race with no finish line, but that doesn't mean we can't go faster. We will share our progress and welcome your feedback as we move forward on our journey together. And on the eve of our return to racing, we thank our people, teams, partners and fans for their unwavering passion and support, as we work together and grow electric racing and light up the world with its transformative power. And the thing was that this was a display that was so many different things. They have their own end racism banner on the infield of the Tempelhof circuit. And they had an image earlier on in the build-up of all of their drivers standing behind the message. And honestly, I don't think that's enough. My problem with Formula E's initiative and this kind of moment of recognition is that it's lumping a whole group of causes together for seemingly no practical reason other than, I guess, maybe even time saving. Even then, it's not really giving it due care or attention. I mean, we're talking about a sport that's been built on response to climate change, and it doesn't want to do something in particular for climate change because it's like, oh, we can do that. It doesn't want to, in particular, do the moment of silence for the member of the Formula E team that passed, because no, we'll just group that into a moment of silence. It doesn't want to do anything in particular to talk about the efforts that are going on, because do it in a moment of silence. And same again for racism. You could do it in a moment of silence. I think that it's reductive, and I think there's a problem with it as well. The whole positively charged message, and the fact that they use the end racism message as well, is part of this coded form of language. I've spoken about it in one of my videos, which I'll link below, about Mercedes-Benz. and like corporate appropriation of causes. Mercedes is doing it in a way of, we need to increase diversity and we need to increase the kind of work that we're putting in. And that includes the performative gesture of their crews taking a knee, which I've got to say is a positive move, because I'm never going to shy away from the fact it is a performative gesture. There is still more that needs to be done. But if they're going to do the gesture, that's sort of a sign up, like a tick in the box going, yeah, I'm going to pledge to do more. And then we can hold them to account to do more. That's the way I see it, at the very least, and that's the way that a lot of our activists, ones who are talking about F1 drivers taking the knee, see it. And I do believe that Formula E needs to do more. But I do believe it's coded language. Like, this is the most they want to do. This is the most they feel comfortable with saying they should do as a sport. I'm sorry, that's a problem. I have a problem with that. I like that they've got this initiative that they say they're going to unveil ahead of next season. But again, like Formula 1's We Race as One, what is it? The Positive Futures program as part of this initiative, this positively charged initiative. It's all coded. All coded language where it's like, this is the way we can say that we've got some kind of support without coming across as controversial to the kind of people that would potentially be in our fan base that oppose it. And honestly, Formula E is one of the more progressive forms of motorsport typically. I'm a bit disappointed. But, yeah. I hope they reconsider it. I hope they'll do better moving forward. Because not only does it undermine an end racism message when you only see 3 drivers take the knee, but it undermines an end racism message, a climate change message, and a together as one against pandemic message when you decide to mesh and lump them all together in a display where you've got people standing on the grid all completely spread out across the grid. Formula E needs to do better. And I believe it will, but we need to ask that of it. Thank you for watching.